Hey everybody, how's it going? So, I wanted to make this video to talk about two of the recently buffed characters, Hwayoung and Elvira. So this is the first character, Hwayoung, and so I graced her growth to her because I wasn't really sure how good she would be. There were a bunch of changes made to her, so now she cleanses when she S3s, but she doesn't get the barrier until she uses her skill 3 now. Her skill 2 now gives her attack buff at the start of the turn, but only if she doesn't have debuffs, making her really weak to debuffs as a whole. But the big question is, how much damage does this do? They changed the numbers, they removed the attack scaling on her S2, they reduced the damage of this, but they made it so that it's easier to actually get higher damage, supposedly. Well, this is my current build on Hwayoung. Honestly, it's not really an amazing build overall. Ideally, you would want to get around 5,000 attack, and I think that the speed and defenses are decent overall, but not really anything incredible. As for artifact, I have her Bear's Tooth, but I don't really recommend it. I'm only using it because I don't have one of the better options, so something like Little Queen's Huge Crown. Ideally, you want something like either Immunity set or something maybe like Torrent set for more damage on her, but there was a lot of drama around this character and whether it was actually a nerf, because a lot of people were really upset with how her skill 3 works now and that she wasn't really a tank buster anymore, but it seemed more like they were changing her skill set so that she's able to kill characters like a Soul Weaver or more kind of like bulky bruiser that doesn't scale off of attack, because I believe you need around 5,100 attack difference to get 100% penetration on her skill 3, which is really difficult to do unless they have super low attack and you have attack buff. She gives herself attack buff, but if you don't have the attack buff, let's say you got debuffed last turn and you still have the debuff at the start of her turn, you're not really going to do any damage. Her S1 also hits harder now, but how hard really? So I really wanted to test this character out to see how they were. This is the second character, Elvira, and you'll notice the recall button here. A lot of people are curious, should they recall her? So this is a character that got a lot of changes. Her skill 3 is way stronger. Skill 2 now just removes all fighting spirit always, which is kind of incredible. Her skill 1 now provokes, so a lot of really big changes. I kind of kept the same exact build that I had before, but I added Hostess of the Banquet, which gives her a little more damage on her S3, but I'm more using it for the F-res. So I have about 300% effect resist, which is quite a lot. They gave her so many buffs to try and make it so that she can deal with these characters like Emma Landy and MLU Fiend, really just tear down all of the fighting spirit users. She's good against Lionheart Sirmia, she works against Emil Bologna, she even works against a character like Emil Pavel, making it so he can't ever activate, which is really cool. I really hate mechanics like this, because I think it's bad to have characters like Elvira, Solitaria, Belian that just negate mechanics on the opponent. If it negated from both sides, I'd be a lot more okay with it. I just think it's really lazy and bad balance overall. But I felt like she had a lot of potential in the game, and I was curious to see how it would go. So let's see how these two characters work. We want to use Hwayoung and Elvira. I think we're gonna ban this unit. I think these two units kind of just suck. They kind of ruin everything. This guy also is on the same page as me. Nobody wants to fight these units. How do we want to go about this? There's like a lot of different ways I could go. I'm gonna go like this. Bro, what? Don't do that. So how do people use Conquer Lilius when there's like 8 units that beat it right now? What am I supposed to do?
I'll fight you.
So Silence and Provoke, which is what their team has, Shroom doesn't work against. That sucks. So what if I just go Solitaria and then I round off with Spez? Okay, that's probably a good idea.
Hello?
No way you picked that last, bro. Yeah, I can Elvira here, you're right. Wait a second, Elvira goes hard here.
Worry not.
They're taking that against me even though I have her. That leads me to believe they're gonna ban them or something. I think we're gonna go like this. I think this is the play. They have to ban Elvira, they lose. They've gotta ban her, she's too good. Whew. Bro, you are done. I mean, I guess he's gonna S3 Hwayoung probably, but like, I don't know. I don't really feel too worried, honestly. It's like kind of whatever. Look at him. It's probably effectiveness Zeo. I have 300 F-res where you were gonna land that, sir. There was actually like no way you were ever landing that. I think we're just gonna fearlessly go for this because like, why not? I'm just gonna push her back even more. I don't like this cat girl. I'm all for cat girls, but this one kind of rubs me the wrong way, honestly. So I have no focus, no fighting spirit right now. What the hell is this guy supposed to do? He literally doesn't have anything. I'm just gonna S1. Oh, sure, we'll take it. Like, they don't have anything. Like, what do? They can't get anything either. They've just lost all their passives. And, you know, I can just Elvira her. But like, we don't even really need to Elvira her. It's just because Crimson Armin's there. Actually, no, we have Tor and stuff. Uberius is not even gonna proc. This is gonna kill so hard. Let's see how much damage this does. So it already has 100% pen. Okay, so that did about 20,000 before Uberius with 16% damage mitigation from her. Pretty good. This is a bit of a weird team. I feel like he can pick 2 characters that beat Hwayoung and I could possibly be in trouble. But I have some nice utility and stuff on my team, so maybe it's okay. I don't know about this one, guys. Oh, they banned Hwayoung. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's see what happens. She's on Eternus. Okay, it's kind of whatever. I don't think people really build Efrez on her, or they only build like a tiny bit. Okay, they're debuffed, but like, who cares? Like, literally, who asked? So we already have attack buff and stuff, but I think it's worthwhile using this either way. I think this is the play. I think we are going to just go ahead and instantly kill this. Funnily enough, we're not even gonna need Elvira's like mechanic because this thing is just dead. Look how much damage it's gonna do. Like, it's just dead. We didn't even need Elvira's S2 there. She just did so much damage and defense broke them that they're just dead. Like, there's no way they can possibly survive that. Kind of feels like a wasted potential there, but hey, I mean, it worked. Yeah, and realistically, there's just literally no way that they're gonna land anything on Elvira because she has 300 Efrez. It's not gonna happen, bro. Yeah, we can build up a soul burn for Elvira so that we could use it again. She also provoked. That might actually be the strat here. So that means I can just like provoke you, right? Huh. Oh yeah, wait, this strips buffs. Wait, what does it strip? If this strips something good, it stripped immunity. Do you think S3 kills here? I'm gonna say yeah. I think yeah. Yeah, it really killed. Okay. Oh, I can provoke her now. Oh, not if she resists, I guess.
Bye, have a great time.
You see, this guy is not playing it the right way. So you have to throw every attack at Spez and hope you hit. Stun? No stun. That's the only win condition at this point for them. Oh, wow. Well, they just did that, I guess. You know what? I'm not worried. Oh, wait! Wait a second! Luluka only cleanses 2, I think, right? But it's gonna cleanse Elvira's because they're the best ones and their last 2 turns. Wait, actually, it might be forced to cleanse Beguile. Let's see what happens. So she still has unhealable. You know what? I say this is dead. I think it's dead. 11,000, it's dead. All right, and the 2 heroes are still alive. Hey, not bad. Look at that. If I pick Hwayoung too soon, I might scare away the Euphane. That's the problem. I'm gonna go with this. It's just weird enough of a draft that I could see someone picking like all sorts of other weird stuff into it, right? I don't know, we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see what they actually want to go for. All right. All right. This is sounding pretty good. Bro, you have to ban Elvira. You don't get to play the game if you leave this unit up. It actually just kills your whole team. This is where she just becomes a god pick. When your opponent picks certain units, especially something like Lionheart Sirmia, like Lionheart is not a character without it. Like they just don't exist. You know what this allows me to do too? I think I can just go like this. Elvira basically became a god pick right there. We're not gonna get debuffed by Luluka. We got Vigor. Like, we're gonna be pretty strong here. I'm gonna push this guy back because he can debuff us. If he decides to S2, which he probably will, it's like kind of a pain. We're gonna one-shot someone. Someone's gonzo. Stop? Please push him back. Wait, that dual attack was like kind of crazy actually. I didn't push him back. Okay, so the only bad thing that could have happened, just happened, is he had to literally dual attack and then 15%. Oh, he's not using his S2 on my Hwayoung. Honestly, I think that was the play. Since he doesn't want to, I mean, I'm gonna take this thing out. This thing is like beyond gone. Like that's... So that did 22,000 before the Uberius. That was pretty free. Oh, now I got a dual attack. Okay, you know, I got a nice dual attack. She has a pretty fat shield because she had vigor attack buff. Like, she's pretty bulky. Let's see. She still has S3. They're saving it. But for what? Bro, Ice Crystals is so busted. So he has 15,000 health. Do I potentially throw the entire game to just S3 him right here? Yeah, I think yeah, why not, right? We got him, right? We got Vigor, right? Oh yeah, he's so gone.
Spike!
We still don't have S3, which is a bit of a problem. Okay, I think we're gonna go like this. The problem is Solitaria is gonna take a turn. We can push her back.
Nice.
I'm gonna push her back even more, and then I'm gonna strip her buff with S1. Okay, we're not gonna push her back, because, I mean, like, why not, I guess? Yeah, I mean, Spez would just S3 and they're dead, actually. He was about to take a turn, it was over no matter what. Like, I don't want to fight this. This is so boring. I don't want you to already be tanking up on the first pick, bro. You know what?
Hello. Hi.
Bro. We all know what I'm picking here. Elvira. Now what? That's as far as my thought process went. We're gonna pick Hwayoung. Let's go. Looks like we gotta mix it up. We're gonna go for the kick duo. Maybe my opponent wants to pick some debuffs or something.
Leave it to me.
Luna. Okay, they're really gunning to take out my Hwayoung. That's totally fine. No big deal. Do I spez or I think we just go for it and we just see what happens. I thought they might ban it, and I'm a little unhappy that they actually went through with it. Let's see what happens.
Take your life.
This guy's really slow. Like, way slower than I would have expected, honestly. Okay, we didn't debuff Luna, which is a little too bad. Oh, well, we 15% of that or whatever, so that's awesome. We are gonna S3 right here. You know what? Do I just S3 her? Just get this out of my life. I hate this character. Just kick him. And we hit. So this is with minus 30% damage. Okay, minus 30% damage and Aureus. It did 13,000 before Uberius. I'll take it. So because of Elvira, they can't get any of her passive, which is kind of a big deal. Wait, it hit my spez. Bruh. It's whatever. We don't care. Interesting, you're going on her. That Proof of Valor is putting in work, though. Alright, maybe we stun Luna or something, or anybody? Oh! Oh my! You're gone. Oh my! Spez is going crazy! He's out of control! Okay. Alright, so I tested Hwayoung and Elvira a decent amount overall. I know a lot of people are really not liking them. A lot of people are really pissed over the changes, saying that it was a huge nerf, upset about it, etc. I think she was a terrible character before her changes. I know a lot of people would say, oh, I used her to tank bust. Maybe in Guild War, but I think she was horrible everywhere else, completely terrible. And even then, in Guild War, a lot of teams, I found it difficult to be able to use a character like this. I think now she has a lot more usage in a normal fight. She's able to kill characters like MLU Fiend just fine, which is nice. She's not gonna one-shot a tank. Unless you have Vigor or something from Emeralus, who she pairs really well with, she's just not able to do something like that. Something like Uberius is just not worth it because you want to really cleanly one-shot people, and the aftermath damage has all sorts of problems against stuff like guarding ice crystals, healing them before the aftermath damage hits, other things like that. Better to use either Teyu's artifact or Little Queen's huge crown. So overall, I think that Hwayoung is actually pretty decent now. Now she does have some huge weaknesses. If she gets debuffed, she's not gonna have attack buff, which means she does no damage, which is really bad. You really have to use her aggressively, I think. You have to be the aggressor. The opponent needs to be on the defensive. And she is able to one-shot some characters that people use on the defensive, like let's say Designer Lulibet or Summer Luluka as a couple of examples, right? And being able to take those out is very, very helpful, I think. And she's a pretty clean, just big damage nuke S3. People are able to build her faster and higher damage as well, and you can go pretty crazy with her, I think. That's my current feeling. I don't think she's insane, but I definitely don't think that she's bad, and I think she has much more of a place in the game now. Now, let's talk about Elvira. I think that the changes were huge for her. I think she was kind of completely useless before, other than, you know, her gimmick where she would stall the match out for 30 minutes. I think that it actually overall helped a lot. That said, I found myself not using her a ton. And whenever I used her against Emo Landy, unless I just S3'd the Emo Landy, defense breaking her into an instant kill, which a lot of characters can defense break, it just kind of felt like the Landy would just kill me without using the S3, the fighting spirit didn't matter. That said, I think that she's really good versus characters like Emo Euphine and pairs really well with other units at just completely stopping her from being a threat at all. I think the versatility of the fact that there's so many characters with fighting spirit is also a huge deal. She becomes a must ban often, and she's really good against certain people's teams where they can't recklessly pick units like, let's say, Lionheart Surmia, because then she just makes her completely useless in a fight. And her provoking is also really useful, and the fact that she has so much F-res means you can usually kind of take her into almost anything, unless it's an insanely high effect, just like Angel of Light or something along those lines. So I think that all of these really help her a ton. Do I think she's like insanely broken? Not exactly. I didn't really find that feeling overall, but I do think that she's useful to have. A lot of people are asking, do I recall Elvira? If you're really getting into the PvP scene, I would say no. I don't think I recommend it. I think that having a character that just negates a mechanic is really important. I think that she can be useful in Arena, I think she could be useful in Guild War, and I think RTA, she definitely has a bunch of usage as well. It's not a character that you're going to pick constantly all the time, but I think being able to negate a mechanic, kind of a big deal, and Fighting Spirit is all over the place, even if I myself am not using her all the time. It's also best to use her if you're going aggressive. She definitely caters towards that with the defense break, being able to just take somebody out, and then also negating the Fighting Spirit of another unit is really, really useful. So overall, I think that both the characters are pretty solid, and I think they're both worthwhile to use. This is how I feel. A lot of people may disagree, especially with Hwayoung. I know there's a lot of stuff around that, but I think that a lot of people are not really giving her enough of a chance, and I think a lot of people are still unsure about Elvira and if they should recall her. I know some people are really eyeing characters like Brieg for the recall because they just want easy expo, but I'll leave that up to you. Anyways, thanks a bunch for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like or subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you next time.